Hello my friends and welcome to another episode of Latin Dutch. And today we will be making a tabouleh. For that we will need the following ingredients. 3 scallions or green onions, 2 bunches of parsley which is approximately 12 ounces. And as you can see I have both types here, the curly French parsley and the flat Italian version. You could choose to use both as I'm doing today or either one of your preference. 3/4 of a cup of bulgur, and this is a traditional Middle Eastern ingredient coming from wheat. Salt and pepper to taste, pinch of cinnamon powder, 2 medium-sized tomatoes, half a cup of olive oil, and 1 lemon. You could use lime if you don't find it, but remember to adjust for acidity. To start our preparation we will begin cooking the bulgur in a small pot of boiling salty water. And for that you can use a couple of teaspoons of salt. After 5 minutes, just pass it through a strainer and let it cool down. Now we get started with the tomatoes. And here I'm dicing the tomatoes, but if you prefer to chop them, that's also fine. Then we will place them in a medium-sized bowl that we will be using for mixing our salad. And now you may be wondering, how does this salad fit into my list of recipes? And the answer is simple. In Venezuela back in the 70s and the 80s there was a wave of migration from Syrians, Libyans, Lebanese people, Turkish people, and many others who enriched our country and made this type of food better known and appreciated. Going back to our preparation, we move on to the parsley. And for that we will need to separate the leaves from the stems, which I know is a rather tedious task. The parsley stems tend to be a little bit tough and fibrous, so you don't want them in. Once you finish separating all the leaves from the stems, our next step will be to chop it very finely, as you can see here. And for that I'm using a large knife, which definitely will make the task easier. How fine? It's probably a matter of preference, so if you prefer like a coarser feel to it, just go ahead and do that. And from there we proceed to place them together with the tomatoes in the bowl. And then we move on to the green onions or scallions. And to cut the green onions is quite simple. Just make a long incision at the length of it and then chop it finely. And you can see I'm only using 3 twigs for this preparation, as I don't like it to be a dominant flavor in the salad. But if you like some stronger oniony taste, go for it. And feel free to add a couple more and then to the bowl. At this point our bulgur should have cooked completely, cooled down and be ready to use. If by any chance it's not cold yet, you can let it rinse through cold water until its temperature lowers. Whatever you do, don't use it hot because you will end up wilting our beautifully fresh vegetables. And you can see here the texture that we're after. At this point, just add it to the bowl. Our final step now is the dressing. And for that we will start squeezing the lemon, ensuring the seeds won't fall in the salad. If you don't have lemon or you prefer to use lime, that's also fine. Just make sure you adjust the amount, because the lime tends to be a little bit stronger and more acidic. Next we go to our olive oil, and with so many choices nowadays I prefer to use a fresh one and grassy flavor that will supplement our salad profile much better. And we finalize with the cinnamon, salt and freshly cracked pepper and mix it all to integrate our ingredients. As you can see, this is a very fresh and summery salad, so I'm sure it will go wonderfully with any of your meals, adding a fresh and bright touch to your table. And you can just see how beautiful it looks. And with that my friends, we have finished our salad and there's nothing left to do other than enjoy. Thanks again for watching and following our cooking channel Latin Dutch. I hope you enjoyed this recipe as much as I enjoyed making it today. Don't forget to let me know in your comments, how did you like it?